Listen, my biggest business that I was uh, doing in the southeast for sure was with some white dudes, and these white dudes was A1, super solid, super
Hmm.
respectful, and keeping it all the way 100. Like, yo, my parents, they wouldn't be doing nothing like this. They
Well, and
wouldn't be
see,
doing no business with nobody with none of your kind.
the biggest thing that I'm taking away from even you just sharing that story is you had to be exposed to white people to understand that there is commonality there. Just like for me, and I've shared a story way back in the beginning of our journey where I was on the Long Island Railroad, rush hour morning train, probably damn near 1,000 people on that train, and in that one particular train car, and me looking forward into other train cars, I was the only black person on that train that I could see. And I was thinking about this earlier when we started our conversation. A lot of us, when it comes to black people, we operate as the supporting cast member in a lot of these economies. So even in New York, right? You go to where the money is, you're going to see us sprinkled throughout. You're not going to see a bunch of us moving around getting to it. Now, you go into the neighborhoods, of course, you're going to see us. But you're not going to see a shit. LA, tell me how many black people you running across. Now, for me, the experience is slightly different because I'm in Atlanta, right? So as soon as you fucking land, nigga, all you seeing is black people. And that was always something that stood out to me about Atlanta is you don't see a lot of urban centers where black people are actively engaged in the economy, where it's a good majority of them engaged in the economy, just getting to it. And that stood out to me. That stood out to me a lot when I came down here because it was just like, oh, yo, black people just chilling. They just chilling. And that is not what is commonplace in majority of our country. Like I was telling you the other day, majority of the black people that's in this country is in the southeast region anyway. Once you get outside of there, it's sprinkles. And so that's where I was going with all of that. It's just the exposure. Nick Fuentes ain't never get exposed, just like you said that. He grew
Yes,
up in a white monolithic community.
the majority of black people, it's a lot of the same, where you're not really coming across white people like that on a day-to-day basis. It's like I never knew where the Chinese people for the Chinese restaurants lived when I lived in the projects. I didn't know where the fuck they was going. I'm like,
Well,
yo.
you know that they didn't live with us.
But they didn't live with us because I didn't see their kids in our schools.
Nope, they did not live with us.
It works that way on both sides, but we're not in a we're not in a dominant position.
So now the difference though, and this just came to mind. The difference though is we, in order to thrive in this society, for the most part, we have to engage with white people because white people control the resources, overwhelmingly control the resources. So we have to actually engage with them, whereas they don't have to engage with us because we don't control the resources. So that's the biggest difference. So even in the example that you provided, you were engaging with these white people because you was getting to some money with them.
For sure. So, and think about this because we have this, and I keep on saying it, and I already know what they calling us, Uncle Ruckus and
And
Steven.
Steven, yeah, bro, the
Yeah,
Uncle Ruckus and Steven show.
yo, we have this inflated value or belief of ourselves, like nigga, we must like we got liquid gold in our blood or some shit that fucking diabetes is the motherfucking kryptonite too or some shit. I don't know. But other than that, there's something intrinsic. Like we literally keep telling ourselves this shit. Instead of getting actual serviceable skills, we keep instilling this mythical, magical, spiritual yo, yo, go get a fucking skill. Like, this is what we was supposed to be doing. Period. Booker T was right. Get off this other shit. That shit is for the fucking birds. We have to stop trying to indoctrinate victimhood, victimhood mentality into our youth, and being mad when they're not being indoctrinated in that. Because all the things that I learned on my own
Yeah.
about everything that has happened at 41, I cannot with good conscience tell you the things that have gone wrong in my life was because of white people.